From Hart High School, Dillon, Zamperin, and Kaylee Tolentino present the Hart to Hart Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Hart to Hart Podcast. I'm Kaylee Tolentino.
And I'm your host, Dillon Zamperin. And today we are joined by Izzie Acosta, a swimmer and photographer for Hart's yearbook.
Yes, thank you and welcome to the Hart to Hart Podcast.
Hi.
So tell us a little bit about yourself to people who might not know you. Where did you grow up? What elementary school did you go to, and junior high?
Well, I'm a senior at Hart. I'm in yearbook, and I don't know. I don't really do a lot around campus, so you probably don't know me. I grew up here in Santa Clarita Valley. I went to Meadows Elementary School and Placer to junior high.
All right. When did you first start swimming, and who or what inspired you to become a swimmer?
Oh, that's right. I'm on the swim team as well. I started swimming in 2018 for the City of Santa Clarita Aquatics team. I was on Dolphins. Shout out. Honestly, I was inspired by my brother because he had started lifeguarding that same summer. So I think that's kind of what got me pushed into that. And he was like, just do it. And I was like, okay. I didn't know anything about swim.
Yeah. So then this would be so you started in 2018, right? So
Yeah.
This would be the 7th season, full swim season, just about.
Mm-hmm.
That's very neat.
Do you have any predictions for the swim team for their upcoming season?
Our girls varsity, as in me and my other girl varsity swimmers, I have a feeling we're going to get around 3rd or 4th this year in league. Unfortunately, West Ranch and Valencia are kind of beating us. So,
Would you say they're your biggest competitors?
on dual meets, yes, they are they're just on it all the time. And I feel like sometimes there's days where we all have our days, obviously. So, I mean, Hart swim, we got it. But
For people who might not know, what are dual meets?
dual meets are one-on-one meets. So, say Hart versus Valencia, Hart versus West Ranch, just one-on-one.
Okay.
We all meet together at the end of the year for league finals, which is all the Santa Clarita Valley schools.
Do the top 3 teams or 4 teams make it to CIF playoffs?
Yes. Well, CIF is different because it depends on the swimmer. So you
Okay.
can bring, depending on record breakings and CIF entries, that's how you get into CIF. And depends if you're 3rd division, 4th division. So we usually go to CIF. We have relays, individual events. So that's good.
Yeah.
What specific do you do the laps, or what specific race do you do?
400.
Yeah.
My race. It's a love-hate relationship. I swim the 200 free, which is 8 laps back and forth.
Okay.
Funny story. I actually lose count on this event a lot, causing me to swim 10 laps instead of 8. It's really,
Do they count that against you?
yeah, I get DQ'd, disqualified. So I lose count. So now I have to start spelling, and I say every lap I spell a word. It helps me out.
It's good to have a mental counter thing to help
Yeah.
you out. Why swim and the team here specifically at Hart very important to you? Like the friendships that you've maybe created, or the people. What is swim like? What does Hart swim really mean to you?
When I joined my freshman year, I was very nervous because I had come from a club team. And when you join club swim is a very individual sport, and you go into it believing that it's an individual sport. So going into Hart, I was worried that it would be just as lonely in club as it would be in high school. But the seniors, the juniors, even the sophomores, they just created such a warm environment that I hope that I would create for future Hart swimmers and anyone who wanted to join the team. It really means something to me because they just made such a warm and welcoming place.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
That's
good to
really
have a community.
So I know you also do Hart yearbook, correct?
Yes, I do.
What made you get into photography and the yearbook?
Freshman year, I made a pact with one of my best friends, Tolly Reyes, and we were like, let's try and do everything next year. We didn't do everything, but we joined Photo One, which we knew nothing about cameras. At least I didn't. I don't know about her, but that class was just filled with just fun times, and we actually learned how to use a camera. And I went home and I was like, I know how to use it now because I had my own, but it was some janky old 2010 camera.
So then, did you do photo 2 after that?
I did. We both did together because we were like, Mr. Vincent is such a great teacher, and we just love sitting in that class.
So then photo 2 was your junior
Junior
year,
year,
right?
yes.
So then senior year, what made you want to do yearbook?
Dillon actually inspired me and Talia. We were going to take advanced photo, which is photo 3 now, I believe. And he was like, let's join yearbook. And I was like, oh, Dillon, I don't know about that. I'm not a good writer, honestly. And I feel like it's hard to come up with things that kind of revolve around sports specifically. Besides swim, that's the only thing I really know how to write about. So that's why I joined yearbook. I was excited to take photos that were going to be in the yearbook. And so far, that's what me and Talia have been doing. We've been going to every single game, taking pictures, soccer, basketball, girls and boys. That's our main focus right now.
So I know initially when we joined yearbook, you guys were in charge of like writing pages too, but now I know that you're just mainly photographers, like, and that's it.
That is our main job.
Like, is that something that you want to maybe pursue, like in your future as well?
Oh, definitely. Now that I like learned how to use cameras, and we get so excited when we like learn about a new lens or how the camera works. I'm still learning new things, and I've been in this class for 3 years with the same teacher. Honestly, it's just so like it's great to know that I have this as a backup to what I want to do.
Yeah.
What are your plans for college?
Oh, I'm planning on staying in Santa Clarita for 2 years, trying to get the Canyon Promise program. I applied, but we'll see about that. And then I want to apply to a UC afterwards, probably stay in California. I don't really have a plan. I want to pursue business because I took that freshman year and also really enjoyed that class. So,
do you have a dream school that you want to go to after COC? Like a dream UC,
honestly,
UCLA?
That's a reach. Any school that has a good swim team. I plan on joining the COC swim team as well. So anything that I can get, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't really have a set school, but I guess we'll see to the future for that.
Yeah. So in your free time, what do you like to do besides swim or taking pictures at games?
Can you imagine
have free
that takes up so much of my time. Oh my god. One of my favorite things to do is go shopping with Talia. Specifically being in the car with her. She's insane. You wouldn't imagine the driver she is. Actually, she got voted worst driver in the yearbook. So, shout out to that.
Sweet. That's true. Yes. Yeah. All right. What is something that most people might not know about you?
I think it's well, I don't know if it's known. It's kind of common knowledge if I like being outside for swim, but I'm an outdoorsy type for sure. I love being outdoors. I love being at school, to be honest. Not as much for the school part, but for seeing people.
Yeah.
Like the community part.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I love that Hart has that available to me.
Yeah, definitely. So like hiking and just spending time
Camping,
outside with
yeah.
friends and everything, family.
Just anything outside.
Yeah.
What is one of the greatest pieces of advice you've ever been given?
Oh, my coach, my Hart coach, actually, Mr. Tim Lim. My sophomore year or junior year, we were doing a set, and he was like, I want this set to be atomic. You need to be atomic. And I was like, what? Who says that? Like, that is just that is so wild. But now before all my races, I say be atomic to all my team members. And we all kind of got the memo. So now we could say be atomic. And I think that was my piece of advice to just kind of push through.
Yeah, that's neat. Very neat. Okay, last question. What would you say is your number one favorite thing about Hart?
Oh my gosh. Like I said, the community. I love talking. I'm a very talkative person. All of my report cards have had the don't speak in class. So I just love every time I walk by people in the hallway, like saying hey or getting a hey back, compliments. I just love seeing and talking to people. It's the best thing ever, especially at Hart.
I agree. All right. Well, that's all that we have for today. So thank you, Izzie, for being on the podcast.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much, guys, for inviting me.
Make sure to watch the full episode on the Hart TV YouTube channel.
Or listen in whenever you get your podcasts. I'm Kaylee Tolentino.
And I'm Dillon Zamperin, and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Heart to Heart podcast.